Hello, welcome back. This is Jeff Byers. This is Annie 150 and we're on Module 6. We're ready to start texturing our sci-fi modular hallway assets. So we're ready to do some prep work for that. First thing we're going to do for our prep is just make sure everything is at the corners, the pivot points are at the corners. Make sure you are working on your low poly object, okay? And it doesn't matter where you start. The idea is to look at your concept work like what we have here, or come up with a color scheme or material scheme that will work best for you. I'm going to follow basically what I see here as a color scheme, and I'm going to go with orange. It's more of a warm color. You can experiment. Obviously you can texture this any way you like, and I'm okay with that. But if you are following my videos and you want to do exactly what I'm doing, you sure can. But I'm not going to lay out the UVs in front of you. You know how to lay out UVs, but I'm going to give you the basis of how to strategically place materials on an object. You could have as many materials as you want on this object. So we're going to do a little bit something a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out on this particular one here. Okay, I'm going to select that and see if I can select the background here. And I'm going to do a control one. So we just focus on this guy right here. Okay, and then you can do the rest. All right. So the idea is this piece right here kind of resembles this piece right here. So we have dark pieces right here. So we've got a dark gray, a medium gray. You can call that light gray or off-white. It doesn't matter to me. But we have about 5 or 6 different materials on this one section. Okay. So again, you can break this up in any way you want. Doesn't matter to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add materials to this object, and then assign those materials, continue assigning those materials to the rest of the pieces. So I'm just going to work on one first. This is kind of how I work these things out. Now, if you have a workflow that works better for you, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But right now I'm just going to kind of take the whole thing, alright, and we're going to assign it a material. Okay. So we're going to go to Arnold Shader and click on AI Standard Surface. Okay. And kind of another prep work that you need to look at is make sure you select all of the objects, delete by type history. Okay. We don't need to freeze transformations on any of that stuff. We just need to delete by type history, and then now you're ready to go. If you don't, you'll have to use the arrows and go, kind of find your AI standard surface. Otherwise, if you do delete the history, you'll see it right here. All right, so we're just going to call this sci-fi, and let's call this asset 1. Okay. Now I'm going to go by colors. So let's just say we're going to go by colors right now, and let's just say we're going to go off-white. So I'm going to just do off-white. Okay. And the reason why I do that is that because I have more off-white, okay, than I do have any other material. Like, what's the percentage of the off-white that I see? And the main, I would say probably 70, maybe 75% is off-white. So let's go ahead and do that. Off-white texture TX. Alright. So I'm going to get the rest of this out of here. Okay. So off-white texture. And we're going to move the weight up. This is off-white. So we're just going to bring it down a little bit, I'm going to go into the orange, or excuse me, the yellow, kind of orangish yellow. And we'll do off-white. Here we go. A lot of people, you can call it eggshell, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. It's just not fully white. Okay? So I'm going to do something like that. Alright, that's fine. So that's our color now. And I'm going to take off, well, I probably should keep the edge loops in there. This is kind of tell me where things are at. Alright, so once we do that, now we're just going to go in here and just kind of highlight the areas that need to be orange. Let's just say I'm going to do orange next. Okay? So, just looking at what we see here and what I need to select. So I'm going to go ahead and select the faces that I want to be orange. Okay? And it's normally going to be the computer console itself. So I'm going to go in here and just go ahead and select the faces that I need, I would like to use for the computer console. Okay, there's lots of ways you can do this. You can paint the object if you want. It's really up to you what you want to do with that. But I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to get that area here taken care of. Again, I'm going to do it one at a time. I'm going to probably do that a little bit different material. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just showing you how I'm doing this. And this technique that I use will be helpful when I'm UV mapping. Okay, and you're not quite sure what's happening right now, you can follow along with me. You can watch this video and then go off on your own. It's entirely up to you how you want to go about doing this. And I'm okay with any way you want. Okay, so that looks like we've got that part done. I want to do underneath here. Maybe not. No, I guess not. That's going to be something different. So I didn't do the insides there. Okay, you can see I just selected everything by hand. And did I click on something I shouldn't have? No, I'm good. Alright, just double checking everything. And let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, that looks pretty good. And it looks like I need to do this one. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to right click over it and go to Assign New Material. Okay, and Arnold Shader. Yeah, Standard Surface. And we're going to call this one, off orange. Better. Burnt orange. There we go. Do burnt orange on that, and I'm just going to eyeball this here real quick. So burnt orange would be kind of in the reds, wouldn't it? A little bit reddish orange. Yeah. Something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're really not going to be using this. Alright, so, oh, that's a little lighter, isn't it? Let's go back. And the nice thing is you can click on the object and you can see that you now have off-white texture. You got burnt orange, and you can always go back to it and make changes to it. Let's go ahead and lighten that up a little bit. There we go. Let me add a little more orange to that. There we go. Like that. There we go. That works good. Alright, so let's find the other pieces that need it. So if I was going to follow this exactly, and I'm not going to exactly, but I would go in here and find the pieces that I want to add for the rest of it. Okay, so let's say let's see, we got that, we've got this, we're moving up here like that, and then we've got this part up here that looks like that would be something interesting. So let's go ahead and select these. Okay. Man, this will be the burnt orange as well. And do we want it to go across? Probably not. We don't want it to go across here like that. We're kind of following what we have down here, right? So there's our part. And then we want to do the inside because this is going to be part of it. I'm going to hold down this one. That should go all the way around the section inside. And now I'm just going to right click over this and assign existing material, and we're going to do burnt orange. Okay, there we go. So there's that. Let's take a look at that and see how that looks. Okay, that looks good. And so now we've got the medium gray and then the dark gray left. Medium gray and then the dark gray left. Okay. So medium gray, well, that's almost everything else, right? So the outside pieces probably, and all of these pieces here probably will need to have that. Maybe I made a mistake on this part right here, but let's go with medium now. Okay, so we've got medium gray. So let's go ahead and select all the medium gray areas. Okay. Okay, didn't want to do that. Just want to do the medium gray. Okay, want that to be medium gray. Okay, let's keep on adding that part right here. And let's go ahead and add this edge. Even though that will be hidden. I'll go ahead and add that. Okay. We don't want that. Oh, do we? Yeah, we need that. Okay, so we're just getting the medium gray out of the way. I can always change this later if I want to take away or add, whatever I feel like I want to do. Just take away that. Get that part. There we go. Okay, I think that'll be good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away this. Okay, like that. And that all that would be a medium gray. So I'm going to assign new material and go into, and this will be medium gray. It's not dark gray, but medium gray. There we go. And here I want to add this as a color all the way to the edge, and then I want to do the inside of this as well as that color. Gotta be careful what you select, that's for sure. There we go. Alright. Okay, so looks like I just got that part and the part underneath, and I want to do burnt orange on that as well, so I'm going to go assign existing material, burnt orange. There we go. Alright, so you can see what I've got so far now with the color scheme. Alright, cool. Alright, so that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to continue down with the color scheme on this. So might be easier way to select this. So I'm going to go in here to the side view and go Control 1. There we go. And this might make it a little easier for me to select all the pieces that I need for the faces. So I'm going to select all these faces here for that particular piece. Okay. And then click off the areas I don't need. So I don't want that one, because that'll be the off-white. Okay. And let's see what else. So I'm going to deselect those. Again, we're just kind of playing around here. There we go. And then let's see, what else do we want? Okay, we got the inside of that. Those pieces. We want this to be dark probably, so I'm going to deselect this right here. That'll be part of the really dark area there. There we go. Okay. So we got that. And we'll go ahead and add that to... Oh, we need to rename that. Okay, let's go back in here. Let's rename that one to medium gray. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Alright, so then we're going to go and finish this up. So we've got a frame around here that will be dark gray. So I need to continue this gray down. So let's go ahead and just select this whole thing here. There we go. And let's go to the front view. So this is where you need all your views showing. So let's go ahead and go into my front view here. Hit the F key. There we go. And so with this one on, I can go in here and deselect the areas I don't need to have. Let's see how that looks. There we go. You can see that's a lot faster. What else are we gonna do here? We want that as a bottom base. We don't need this. Okay. Alright, so it looks pretty good. We want it to go all the way across. Okay, there we go. And we got little pieces here, so I don't want that to be messed with, so I'm going to hold down the control key and double click on that. That should go all the way around. And then this one, we can deselect that just by hand. Not a big deal there. Okay, there we go. So that looks good. Everything else looks really good. Okay, great. So that's the last piece I have, I think. Assign existing materials. We got medium gray. There we go. Right, cool. So we got some deep areas. Let's take a look at what we have so far. So we've got the top and the bottom. We've got the top and the bottom. Yep. And let's take a look at that. Okay, and then we've got the deep parts like here. These are deep areas. Those will be even darker. So I can go in here and select one and double click on the other, select one, double click on the other, and just get rid of everything on this side from the front view. So I can just kind of hold the control key down and just deselect those, and that'll be the inside. And I'm going to add one more material, and this will be the dark. That emphasizes that that's, you know, dark inside there. Or anything else. Maybe we want that glowing. Who knows? I mean, it's up to you how you want to do this. So I'm going to do dark gray. There we go. Okay, great. So now we've got our color palette completed. So this won't be black, because it'll be dark gray. Let's bring that a little bit darker, something like that. So you can see that's dark gray. Alright, great. Where else would it be? This right here. So we got those little pieces there. So let's go into this area here and go ahead and marquee select just that part there. And marquee, hold down the shift key and marquee select just that part here. Okay. And then right click over it and go to assign existing material, and we're going to go into dark gray. There we go. Alright, so click off. So there's our color scheme. Pretty cool. Now, do we want to do dark gray in the middle there? Probably yes. Let's go ahead and do that. And so I'm in the front view. Ooh, it's kind of hard to tell where we're at, so I'm just going to click on a face. There we go. That should help us. There you go. So now we're going to go in here and we'll just do the whole thing. Okay. Oops. Try that again. And now, just deselect the parts. Actually, I want all that. Okay, there we go. Right click over it and go into existing material, dark gray. Okay, so there's our color scheme. And so what we want to do is we want to do the exact same for every piece that you have. Okay, you're going to assign the same materials. So you're going to find out the materials that you want to use, and you can see I've got off-white. You can see I'm moving that arrow. Off-white, burnt orange, medium gray, and dark gray. And I'm going to end up probably having 5 or 6 materials, but one for the screen, I'll have the material for that. And any other object or material I would like to add, that's really up to you. But at least I got the color scheme that I want. And so when I click on it and go Control 1, you can see that the color scheme, and I'll have it go throughout the whole entire scene here. And when you come back, you'll see what I ended up having. Again, I'm not going to waste your time having you watch me put all this together, because I showed you how to do it on one. You should be able to do it on the rest. Okay. Alright, have fun, and I'll see you. I'm going to pause, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back, and I unpaused it, got all that done. Yeah, it took a while. Just about an hour to assign all the materials. I ended up with, let's take a look how many materials I ended up with. Pipes, off-white, medium gray, floor texture, door metal, dark gray, burnt orange, blue screen. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total. That's not bad. So I assigned the floor its own texture, okay, because that's what it needs, its own textures. And then I did the dark gray all in the in-betweens, okay. You can see that. And you can see I did a medium gray. That's going to be one texture. I'm going to add, that's going to be all one texture. And this other material, this other metal material, is going to be the medium gray. And you can see I've got a door. I want a door to have its own material. And then the medium gray, or excuse me, the medium gray will be part of this medium gray. And the door frame will share the same material that this has, and then we've got the same medium gray for here as well. Okay. You know, if that doesn't work, we can always come back from Substance Painter and make adjustments. Not a big deal. But that's what I've got done so far. Right, so we're going to go to the next video, and you're going to find out why we did all this work, because now it's going to be easy for us to lay out UVs, and I'll show you how. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.